All right. So, for in this particular tutorial, what we'll be focusing on is formula. Let me just change this. Let's work with this particular worksheet. Working with this worksheet will make it easier, and we'll just be flowing in line as it comes. So let me change this to what we'll be doing in this tutorial is introduction to formula. Introduction to formulas, or let me say introducing formulas. Introducing formulas. There's a mistake here, so how do I correct this? It's either you double click on the cell, double click on this particular cell. Once you double click on the cell, you can easily move your cursor to where you want to edit. There will be a problem doing that. Or Ctrl Z, just click on the particular cell. You can't just come here saying you want to change. You have now clicked on cell F1, which is different from the original cell you have your text written. Whatever you type here will be on cell F1. It is not going to affect what you have in cell C1. So please, let's be cautious of that. So what I want to edit is on cell C1. Come here. Is that you double click like I said earlier, or you just use the formula bar to correct it. Formula. Introducing formula, and the next thing is after that, let's introduce formula command sorting. Yep, I want us to do sorting and filtering. That's what we'll be doing in this particular tutorial. Formula, sorting, and filtering. So let's move on. Using the same data set that we have here, let's introduce new headings. Let's pick courses. Let's take for example, we have chemistry, mathematics, biology, physics, then use of English. Yes, the same thing flows. You realize that the chemistry, the courses at the heading, it still goes in line with the color we have created for this heading. The color we created for the heading, the bolding, the formatting, let me just put it like that. The formatting we have for the heading, everything still flows in line. But the borders are not included. 1. 2, they are not text wrapped. How do we know that? Chemistry is not displaying everything it's supposed to display. As chemistry is not displaying everything it's supposed to display, the same thing goes to mathematics. The spelling is not completed. Use of English as well. The spelling is not completed. I would like to increase the particular worksheet. So because we'll be carrying out some activities that need to be seen in big screen. So let's put it like this. Now, wrap text. How do we make everything on this particular cell to display quickly? To display completely. Just wrap the text. That's one. That's the problem. Chemistry is displaying completely, but it's breaking down. So if we will not do this, then Ctrl Z, tell it to increase it. Increase the size of the cell. Let it fit all the things inside, all the text inside. Same thing here, but I will not do that for English. Since this is one word, this is 3. So we can easily wrap this, that use of can be at the top and English will be at the bottom. So we can say wrap the text. I think we are cool with this. Then let's give them, each of them, different scores. Let's assume Olaiwola in chemistry, everything should, let's assume this is a test score over 30. Olaiwola over 30 scored 20. Okay, Olaiwola scored 20. Amimbola scored 19. Samuel 15. And 25. So quick one, let everything be in the same border. I've done something I want you to see. While I'm trying to select everything, what you quickly do, instead of clicking on shift and using the right arrow keyboard button, no. To make it faster, you type, this will make you just be doing one after the other. To make it faster, what you do is click on the first cell. Once you click on the first cell, then click and hold together shift control, then click the right arrow button once. Once you click the right arrow button once, it will move to the end of that particular row where a text ends, the end point of the text. Once you click, if you want to go down, let's take for instance, if you want it to go down as well, you want it to go down, just click it down, then press down to capture everything. As time goes on, we'll go through the intricacies about using this particular way of selecting all the cells. But right now, in order not to waste much time, let's take them one after the other. So I still want it to be all borders. After that, I want these numbers to be in the middle. The number in each cell. How am I selecting? Shift, or you do the same thing I did earlier, shift control, then press down, or shift arrow button gets to where you want to go to, down button stop where you want it to stop as well. So I want it to be in this, I want them to be centralized. How do I do that? I want to select everything, click on center. There we have that as it goes. So the next thing will be to let's give it score. No, we have this as a total score. Total. From total, how do we now sum everything? That's where the formula comes in. Summing everything. The sum of everything would be what? Is equal to, so if you want to type it yourself, equal to sum, but this is stressful. Why don't you just do it like this? Once you click on the cell, come to this formula bar, come to the top here, where we have editing. This is AutoSum. Click on this and it will automatically pick all the numbers it is able to pick at a particular time, asking you, do you want to add from E4 to J4? Where is E4? E4 is column E, row 4. But that's not what we want to do. We want it to be from chemistry to use of English. So I will say no. I'm selecting from F4 instead. Then I'll press shift, or you move it like this to cover everything you want. Use your mouse to do that, or if you don't want to do that, just press this, tell it AutoSum. I want it to cover from chemistry, then shift arrow button to where I wanted to stop. So automatically that is what? Shift F4 to J4. That is AutoSum. Click enter. That would sum it up. If you now want the same sum, the same formula that is here to flow through everything, that is all the students, what you do simply is double click here. Once you double click here, voila, we have that. It to capture all the scores for every student. Okay, from there, the next thing is, let's say average. How do we check for average? Come back here to this AutoSum, this drop down button here, the drop down arrow, click on it, you'll see average. But take note, where have you clicked that you want to put it? I have clicked here. I want it to give me average. So take note, click on average. Average of what it's asking you. I want it to be average of chemistry to English. Press enter, you have that. That is average score. Average of chemistry to English. Automatically double click. That will double click this particular dot button that we have here. Once you double click, immediately you move your cursor towards it, you see that it changes. So double click on it and it will reflect the same thing all through. Now let's assume we now have it that one of them did not take 1 or 2 courses. Let's take it like that. One of them did not take 1 or 2 courses. Maybe Samuel failed to do biology Samuel did not do biology, so he's absent for biology, or he was absent for biology. So want to take it to dash, click enter. Please, let's take note of the total and the average. Immediately there's no value here, what will happen to the total and the average? Automatically something must show. So click enter. You see, the total changes, the average also change. The total changes, the average also change. That shows that this would not be included. Okay, let's assume, let's take for two more. Let's assume Abimbola also did not do use of English. Enter, it's reflecting. Then Dayo, Bola, let me say Bola did not do chemistry as well. Click enter. So now come back here. Let's see this. What happened if you click on this? Count numbers from chemistry to use of English. Same thing here. Something will definitely change. What have I done? Count the number of courses each student have done. Count the number of courses each student have done. What happened? Why do we have 5 here? This is 5 because this person, Olaiwala, did chemistry, math, physics, and biology and use of English. He did that. But this one here, Abimbola did not do all 5. Instead, he did 4. This is dash. Same thing goes for Samuel. He did 4. Biology is dash. Others 5. Bola also did 4. Chemistry is dash. Dayo 5. That is how we do this. We have been able to achieve auto sum, average, and count. So in our next tutorial, we'll continue with the sorting and filtering. Thank you.